I had 8 beers Friday and had an EEC test 65 hours later. Will I pass?
Is there an upcoming drug test scheduled? What kind of samples are being tested?
EEC for alcohol.
Anything else in your medical history you think the doctor should know?
I just took the test 65 hours after drinking 8 beers.
Hello from JustAnswer. This is DrLove. It is very likely that you will pass. Although the EEC test is touted as a test that can detect alcohol use for up to 80 hours after use, the reality is that most people are negative by 48 hours after use, even with relatively high alcohol intake. About 90% of people will be negative by 60 to 72 hours after last use. Unfortunately, it cannot be definitely stated whether someone will pass at 65 hours, but it is very likely that you will pass. If I can provide any additional information, please let me know.
Here in New Mexico LabCorp their cutoff is 250 not 500. Will that make a difference?
Yes, but not by much. For example, one study compared the impact of using 3 levels of sensitivity, 500 nanograms/ml, 250 nanograms/ml, and 100 nanograms/ml, and the likelihood of a positive result at 56 hours was 0%, 8% and 16%. This study only checked at certain intervals, no study does every hour, so you can only infer from the intervals that were used in each study, and was on a small number of people. But by 65 hours, it would be a 90% likelihood, even using the most sensitive threshold. Since your lab is using 250 nanograms/ml threshold, it will likely be 95%.
Do I count hours after the last drink or from when I was sober? I was sober 56 hours before the test. I don't know if that matters or not. And I called the lab and they said they test 100 nanograms. 250 and 500 nanograms. And wouldn't tell me what probation asks for.
The studies typically count from the time of the last drink.
Do you know how long it takes for the PO to get the results from the lab? It's been 3 days.
The typical turnaround time is 1 to 3 days, but situations can arise that may add another day or two.
If you have a health question and want to chat with a doctor now, visit justanswer.com/ythealth.